Considering the time of year, and with all the videos I do that have some sort of top 10, top 20, top 50, 100 or whatever, there's always this thing about people arguing in the comments about who is the best artist, what's the best song, or even what's the best country when it comes to music. Is it Ghana? Is it Nigeria? Is it Morocco, Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Cote d'Ivoire? What is it? It made me wonder why that is always the case, and why do we never agree on these things? Today, we're going to explore this mystery. Buckle up, this is the no BS version. Let's start with our own music choices. Think about your favorite song. Maybe it makes you feel happy, sad, or reminds you of a good time or a memory. Our emotions play a big part in what songs we love, but there's more. Think about where you grew up. The music in our hometown or our country even can be really different from other places. The southern part of Nigeria might be into more of the urban trending songs and artists, while the northern part is much more conservative and into something different. The flavors people like in Mombasa will be different to what they like in Nairobi. Then Durban in South Africa, for example, still loves Gqom, but go to Pretoria, then Bacardi and Quantum Sound is the vibe. This mix of sounds from all over Africa and around the world makes music exciting and diverse. Some people might love the fast beats of Afro House, while others might enjoy the calmness and religious sheltering of gospel music. But even then, Afrobeats lovers won't agree on who makes their top 10. Maybe you hang out with your bestie every single day and listen to the same music, but your top 10 songs will never match. Your top 10 artists will never match. You might have maybe 7 out of that top 10 being the same, but those lists will rarely ever be completely matched. What that essentially tells us is that we all experience music differently. Likewise, our perception of which artists or songs have significant impact is often biased towards the key aspects of our own identity, our culture, and individual experiences. When we argue for a certain artist or song, even country, we are often also expressing a part of who we are as individuals. Now consider how we find music. Could that influence our perception of what is the best or what could make our top 10 lists? Services like your Spotify's, Apple Music, and YouTube have changed the game. They use complicated algorithms to guess what we like based on what we've listened to before. They essentially matchmake here. They marry the person to the music they'll most likely listen to. This means if you listen to a lot of bongo flavor, the algorithm will show you more bongo flavor content, that's artists, songs, and playlists. It's helpful, but sometimes it means we miss out on other great music from other genres or other sections of the world. These apps can keep us in the loop of similar songs, making it harder to discover new types or styles of music that we might actually like. We see this with social media as well. These are called echo chambers or filter bubbles, where users of the platform are primarily exposed to music or content that aligns with their existing tastes, with the view to keep them on the platform for as long as possible, because that's how the platform makes money and gets value out of you using it. It's wild, but it's the reality. An interesting example of this is with platforms like, say, Trace TV or Channel O, MTV Base Africa, all that stuff. Whether it's new channels now or old channels that existed before, a common tactic that was employed was to tailor the content based on the region. For example, viewers in countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Senegal, etc. would get more French language programming and songs compared to viewers in Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, etc. You see this with Showmax, for example. The Showmax selection in South Africa is very different to Kenya, and I could go on. That filtering highly impacts what our view of the best or most popular is. On the technical side, when we're talking of music, there's often a divide between critically acclaimed music and popular or commercially successful songs. Some people might prioritize artistic merit, while others might prefer widespread popularity. The interesting thing is, both types of music are essential. They represent different sides of what we value in music. Some of us are drawn to the artistry and the mastery behind, the critically acclaimed music, and we love the stories, the craftsmanship, and the innovation. Others might find more joy in the energy and accessibility of popular songs, where they fit in with the crowd, enjoying the beat, the fun, and essentially how it makes us feel connected to others. This contrast between critical and popular appeal adds to the richness of the music world. It ensures there's something for everyone, and it's all about what speaks to you. And that's why our music choices are as diverse as we are. What resonates with one person as a masterpiece might just be, just a regular tune to someone else. And that's perfectly okay. We're in such an interesting time because music has no borders. It has no boundaries today. With the internet, we can enjoy things from faraway places. This makes our music choices really global. But there's another side to this. Music companies do watch what we listen to, and this is why the data around music is really valuable. They use this information to decide which songs to promote and even what kind of new songs to make, particularly in pop, just global pop. This is how a lot of global pop is made. There's a template. In general, this means the songs we hear the most are often the ones that these companies are pushing based on what they think we like. Sometimes artists themselves don't have a say in the music they make because they answer to somebody else. Moreover, even music critics and industry awards like the Grammys can influence opinions about what constitutes good music or the best even. However, these are also subjective and can sometimes be at odds with popular opinion, adding another layer to the debate. And we have a great example of this from the African perspective. Imagine the other year when Angelique Kidjo, an African music legend and multi-Grammy award-winning artist, won a Grammy and Burna Boy didn't. Then she had to deactivate her comments on Instagram to stop getting terribly misguided comments attacking her. The popular internet opinion was that Burna Boy should have won that category, yet it was a gross misunderstanding of the Grammys' criteria in the selection of the winner to begin with. That was hard to watch. So why can't we agree on the top 10 songs? Why can't we agree on the top 10 artists? Why can't we agree on the best music country in Africa or the world or whatever? It's because we're all different with our own stories and backgrounds. Plus, how we find and listen to music keeps evolving. Music, like all art forms, is highly subjective. There are no objective measures to determine the best in music. Unlike sports where there are clear winners based on scores and tournaments, music doesn't have a universal scoring system, let alone for all the music in the world, which is just ridiculous even as a thought. Data might tell us little stories, like what is popular based on numbers at that particular point in time, but sometimes that could mean great marketing as opposed to great artistry, or access to resources compared to lack thereof. That might be an indie versus signed conversation. Essentially, everyone has their own criteria for what makes music great. So, what's in your top 10 for 2023? What are your top 10 songs? Who are your top 10 artists? Share your lists in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and have a healthy discussion around this. And if you enjoyed exploring this topic with me, hit like, subscribe for more videos, and share this video with a friend, family, co-worker, whatever, churchmate. Doesn't matter who, but it helps to keep this content coming. Otherwise, that's it for me. My name is Geographical, son of Zimbabwe, signing out. Peace. Dende.